Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to jump into personal development coaching modules, specifically Mastering Emotional Intelligence for Deep Transformation. Let's start with an introduction. Mastering Emotional Intelligence, or EI, represents one of the most profound shifts a life and health coach can bring into their practice. Emotional intelligence, often defined as the capacity to recognize, understand, and manage emotions in oneself and others, forms the backbones of personal and interpersonal success. Unlike IQ, which focuses on cognitive abilities, emotional intelligence emphasizes emotions as tools that, when harnessed effectively, can deepen transformation, build stronger relationships, and inspire authentic self-expression. Let's jump into some key points. Number 1, the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. We'll start with self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It involves recognizing and understanding your emotions, what causes them, and how they impact your thoughts and behaviors. Why it matters? Without awareness, emotions operate unconsciously, influencing decisions reactively. For example, encourage reflective questions like, what am I feeling right now? And where is this coming from? As this will help clients identify emotional patterns. The advanced practice: train clients to discern between emotions and moods. For instance, anger stemming from a single triggering event, which is an emotion, differs from persistent frustration caused by lack of fulfillment, in other words, your mood. Take a look at the emotional intelligence diagram in the corner. As you can see, you have self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills, and motivation. Let's jump into self-regulation. Self-regulation focuses on managing emotions constructively instead of allowing them to lead impulsive or destructive behaviors. It includes techniques for calming down, reframing negative thoughts, and practicing patience. Why it matters? Emotional controls enable clients to respond rather than react. It's also essential for maintaining focus and resilience in the face of stress. For example, teach mindfulness exercises where clients can pause and take deep breaths when triggered. The advanced practice: apply reframing techniques to shift perspective. For example, instead of viewing criticism as an attack, reframe it as an opportunity for growth. Motivation. Motivation within emotional intelligence is fueled by intrinsic values rather than external rewards. It involves setting meaningful goals, staying optimistic, and persisting even when faced with adversity. Why it matters? People driven by internal motivation are more likely to achieve sustainable success and be resilient in the face of challenges. For example, help clients tie their goals to their deepest values using exercises like value-anchored goal practicing. Empathy. Empathy bridges self-awareness with interpersonal understanding. It allows individuals to perceive and connect with the emotions of others. Why it matters? Empathy fosters trust and strengthens relationships. It reduces conflict by promoting understanding of others' perspectives. For example, role-play scenarios with clients where they must read and respond to nonverbal cues, such as observing tone and body language during a challenging conversation. The advanced practice: train in perspective shifting techniques, having clients deliberately imagine another internal state and motivation. Social skills. Social skills encompass managing relationships, communicating effectively, and inspiring collaboration. It is the outward expression of emotional intelligence. Why it matters? Effective communication builds rapport in personal and professional interactions, making clients more confident and influential. Take a few moments to review the examples in the slide. Advanced tools in emotional intelligence. Emotional reframing. This technique shifts the perspective on an emotional experience. By reframing emotions, clients can transform their meaning and reduce negative emotion load. How it works: encourage clients to challenge narratives around emotions. For example, replace "I feel anxious because I may fail" with "I feel excited because this challenge is an opportunity to grow." Here's a practice exercise. Conduct role-play scenarios where clients practice actively choosing empowering frames for challenging emotions. In this emotional intelligence wheel, you'll see the motivation, the social skills, the empathy, the self-awareness, and the self-regulation. Let's dive into emotional granularity development. This tool focuses on expanding clients' emotional vocabulary, allowing them to describe their feelings with more nuance and precision. How it works: Introduce an emotional wheel that includes categories such as joy, anger, and fear, and encourage clients to select or combine specific terms. In other words, you'll see apprehensive anticipation instead of generic nervousness. The application: have clients journal 2 to 3 times per week, categorizing their emotions with increasing specificity. This helps refine their self-awareness and communication. Somatic awareness. Somatic awareness involves understanding how emotions manifest physically within the body. How it works: guide clients through exercises that connect specific feelings to sensations, and ground emotional regulation strategies in somatic feedback, teaching clients early signs of emotional escalation to practice mindfulness and release tension. Client applications. Identifying emotional triggers. Triggers are events or conditions that provoke strong emotional reactions. Helping clients understand their unique triggers is essential to managing their responses. Here are some techniques. Maintaining a trigger journal, recording the context, emotion felt, and behavioral response. Use reflective questions like, what past events does this trigger remind me of? Building emotional vocabulary. Expanding emotional vocabulary is key for effective self-expression and meaningful dialogue. Take a few moments to review the techniques and this diagram on the side. Leveraging emotional intelligence for decision making. Teach clients to incorporate emotional data into decision making without overwhelming logic. Here are some techniques. Use the think, feel, act framework. For example, identify the thought driving the emotion. Journal about the emotion's origin and map its connection to helpful or unhelpful actions. Ask probing questions like, what will this decision allow you to feel 6 months from now? The outcome: clients learn to integrate emotions as valuable feedback rather than treating them as obstacles. Design accountability structures to sustain emotional intelligence improvements and ensure clients create supportive habits. Take a few moments to review the strategies. The best judge of the chorus. Emotional intelligence mastery is ultimately assessed by the chorus of inner and outer harmony it creates in clients' lives. Clients should see a marked improvement in their self-regulation, motivation, interpersonal communication, and resilience to challenges. Here are key indicators that underline the lasting transformation. The metrics for success: expanded emotional vocabulary. Clients can articulate their emotional landscape with depth, moving beyond general feelings like happy or sad to nuanced states such as contentment or misaligned. Improve relationship dynamics. Emotional management leads to healthier confrontations and more profound connections. Clients report transformed rapport both professionally and personally. And resilience in adversity. Instead of falling into familiar cycles to overwhelm or avoidance, clients now respond thoughtfully, reframing setbacks as opportunities and maintaining emotional balance. Take a few minutes to review the purpose and actions. The coach's role: facilitator of insights. Equip clients with tools to explore and analyze their emotions without judgment. Use probing questions to deepen understanding. Partner in emotional growth. Reinforce the connection between emotions and goals, bridging gaps between emotional knowledge and action. Anchor of accountability. Support clients in regularly assessing emotional challenges, mindful journaling, and intentional growth habits. In the model of EI practices, demonstrate emotional intelligence in real-time interactions, allowing clients to absorb techniques through observation. The final takeaway: mastering emotional intelligence transforms not only how clients perceive and respond to their emotions, but also how they interact with the world around them. When someone develops self-awareness and combines it with empathy and social skills, they automatically begin making decisions and forming relationships that align authentically with their values. Emotional intelligence encourages that emotions, even challenging ones, become assets rather than liabilities. For life and health coaches, this skill set is not just optional, it's a necessity for facilitating meaningful and lasting client transformation. Let's jump into some summary tables to review what you've just learned. Table 1, the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. Here you will see the pillar, the definition, the coaching focus, technique, and example. Let's walk through one. The pillar, self-awareness. The definition, recognizing and understanding personal emotions. The coaching focus, identify patterns in emotions and thoughts. The technique, reflective journaling. In the example, ask, what am I feeling right now and why? Take a few moments to review the rest of the table. Table number 2, Advanced Tools for Emotional Intelligence. Here you will see the tool, the description, the purpose, implementation, and example and practice. Let's walk through an example. Emotional granularity, building vocabulary for nuanced emotional expression. The purpose, enhance clarity and precision in emotional understanding. The implementation, use an emotion wheel. And the example and practice, describe anxious feelings as anticipatory excitement. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 3, differences between reactive and emotionally intelligent responses. Here you will see the aspect, the reactive response, the emotional intelligent response, the coaching goal, and the example shift. Let's walk through an example. Interpersonal dynamics. The reactive response, it escalates conflict. Emotionally intelligent response de-escalates through empathy and active listening. The coaching goal, strengthen relationship management skills. And the example shift, apologize and repair connections post-conflict. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 4, Emotional Intelligence and Decision Making. Here you will see the step, the description, the purpose, the technique, and the outcome. Let's walk through one. Aligning with values is a step. The description, ensure emotional responses match core values. The purpose, create alignment between emotion and personal goals. The technique, value journaling. And the outcome, avoid guilt from misaligned choices. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 5, techniques to handle emotional triggers. Here you will see the technique, the purpose, the implementation, the tool used, and the benefit. Let's walk through an example. Breathing exercises. The purpose, calm physical manifestations of emotions. The implementation, it teaches breathing during escalation. The tool use, somatic practices. And the benefit, lower stress-induced physical tension. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Here are some multiple choice questions to review what you've learned. Question number 1, which of the following is the foundational pillar of emotional intelligence? A, social skills, B, self-awareness, C, empathy, or D, motivation? The correct answer is B, self-awareness. Question 2, what is the goal of emotional reframing? A, masking negative emotions to appear calm, B, shifting how emotions are perceived to reduce their negative impact, C, dismissing emotions as irrelevant to decision making, or D, ignoring emotional triggers to avoid dealing with them. The correct answer is B, shifting how emotions are perceived to reduce their negative impact. Question number 3, what does emotional granularity aim to achieve? A, enhancing a client's ability to suppress their emotions, B, teaching clients to develop more detailed and precise emotional vocabulary, C, replacing difficult emotions with positive affirmations, or D, reducing the range of emotions clients can feel for easier management. The correct answer is B, teaching clients to develop more detailed and precise emotional vocabulary. Question number 4, which technique involves connecting emotional experiences to physical sensations in the body? A, emotional reframing, B, somatic awareness, C, trigger journaling, or D, active listening. The correct answer is B, somatic awareness. Question number 5, when guiding clients in managing emotional triggers, what is a common strategy? A, avoiding situations that may provoke emotions, B, react immediately to emotional triggers to release tension, C, maintain a trigger journal to identify patterns in emotional responses, or D, encourage clients to suppress emotions to lower emotional intensity. The correct answer is C, maintain a trigger journal to identify patterns in emotional responses.